All right, guys, I have a special lesson for you today. Google has a brand new product, not brand new, but it's basically brand new, which is the Veo 3. It is one of the most powerful AI video generation tools to date. Like compared to everything else, it's significantly better. It can do lip syncing, audio generation, full AI video creation in like seconds, in minutes for the higher quality stuff. So first, I'm just going to demonstrate for you guys this video that I generated in like less than 5 minutes. I brainstormed, then I asked AI for what its thoughts were on like how I could apply this directly to our business, right? Because that's ultimately what we're trying to do. We're not most of us here aren't just like video creators for content purposes. Like we're not running YouTube channels or things like that. We're creating videos for our business, and so that's the lens that we're going to look at this through. If you're looking to use AI video creation tools for business applications, that's what this training is really about. So always in step one. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Johnny. Yeah, no, it's United States only for some of these products right now, but it's going to be rolling out to especially our sort of Western world is definitely going to get it first. So anyway, this is one of the applications. We took a prompt where I first went into AI and I said, hey, brainstorm some ideas for how we could use this technology for business applications. And there's depending on your specific business, right? Let it know what your business is. Give it all the details it needs to give you better advice. Now, our little AI is already trained, so it already knows what Dubb is. It already knows everything about Dubb. And one of the cool suggestions I saw it said there. Now, this is a little bit tricky because in the past, video testimonials were and still are, right, very compelling assets because they couldn't be faked, right? You could go pay an actor to say some fake words about whatever, but video testimonials typically had a very high level of authenticity and trust building because they were much harder to fake, and you can put credentials and who they are and stuff, and they can go look those people up. So it's a real thing. However, now this is one of the suggestions AI actually did. Like you can make testimonials, and what I was thinking about is let's say you have somebody who would love to do a testimonial, but they're camera shy or they're just not willing to do a video. And they said, yeah, if you could have an avatar of me, I'm fine with that. Here's my words. If it was in a video, that's fine. So this is actually a tool that could be used to avoid some of those obstacles of getting testimonials from customers. So anyway, I'm going to share with you guys this video here, share sound, which is important. So this is one that I generated in just a few seconds. And so here it is. I'm going to play it.
Thanks to Dubb, we doubled our sales in less than a year.
We're now in talks to sell our company for a massive exit, and Dubb was a huge part of that journey.
150%.
So this is a really short one, but you can generate longer clips there. I think there is a limit on the length, but if we look at this, guys, now if you're in the world of AI video generation, you really know what you're looking for.
Thanks to Dubb,
you can probably see some things here, like okay, well, it's like too perfect or whatever. Maybe you can see some things here in the second half, like something with her teeth. Maybe kind of I saw something slightly. But if you're not fully 100% leaned in, paying absolute attention, you're not going to be able to tell. And one other mistake it made, guys, was in the captions. You can see if they said the words right, but for whatever reason, they got the spelling in the captions wrong. But that's very easily addressable, very easily fixable. So this is what one of these videos look like.
And Dubb was a huge.
And it's only going to improve here in very recent times. Like this is already such a step above what everything else is doing. So what this thing is really good for, it's really good for creating videos like this of people, of objects, of people interacting with objects in environments. Like Frank, you have a awesome sort of camping, like you're the survival, the wilderness thing. You can create some super powerful videos without ever having to record people doing it. So there's countless applications, guys. And this is where the human creativity still needs to come in, is figuring out where exactly you can leverage these types of clips. Because it's not like full narratives, right? It's not 10-minute videos that you're creating like this. Not yet, at least. They are shorter form clips. One of the very powerful options is going to be things like B-roll, right? If you're creating something for marketing, if you're creating something that's going to be on your website or repurposed or put to social media, instead of the times in past, you'd have to go create a B-roll, right? You'd have to go buy one of these stock footage things that either has their own B-roll, and it's very expensive when you pay per clip, or if you're subscribed and you can sort of download some number of clips on your subscription. In any case, those are not cheap, and they're not easy, and they're not fast, and they're not exactly what you wanted. But using a technology like this, there are now countless applications, and it's very easy to get this taken care of. So anyway, now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the actual process I took to do this, because there's a couple little tweaks and a couple little tricks to make sure that it's getting what you wanted. So here we go. 1 second. Let me stop my share. I'm going to pull up my other page here. There it is. Okay. So a couple of things, guys. This is actually what the dashboard looks like. Now, this tool is not completely free. There is a $20 version. It does have a free month trial. That's what I took advantage of the free trial. $0 for the first month and only $20 per month thereafter. And so this is just the sort of dashboard. There's not a lot here yet. So there's not like a lot of customizations or controls or things to deal with, which is kind of nice. But a couple of things that I want you guys to really take in. One is use AI to create the prompt for this. Instead of you sitting there beating your head against the wall and saying, I want a testimonial video of business people. I'm not going to type everything here, of business people saying how they love Dubb, right? Instead of me generating all this text myself to create a perfect prompt to ultimately get to this video, we didn't do that, right? I come up with an idea and I was like, you know what? I want a little testimonial from some corporate vibe people, and I want them to say how Dubb helped their business, and now they're looking at an exit, right? That's what I did. I put that into like a Chat GPT or Ira, one of our AI prompters, and I said, generate a prompt for me to use in Veo 3. And then I'm going to take that prompt, and I'll actually show you guys back right here. I think it shows the history of no, not that one. This guy right here. It's going to show the history of the prompt, right? So that was actually an experiment. Let me go to this one right here. So look, create a realistic testimonial video scene with synchronized speech and ambient audio. 2 middle-aged corporate professionals, a man in Navy. So that was actually the prompt that was generated by AI when I asked it to do this. So this is another way to accelerate what you guys are trying to do. Have AI write all this more complicated prompt stuff with the synchronized speech, ambience, audio, what they're wearing. Like, for me to sit there and try to think of what the guy's wearing, like, that's just like, oh my God, he's wearing a suit. What color is the suit? Does he have a tie? Like, thinking about all that stuff, that's very time consuming and unnecessary. So use the AI to manipulate, to prompt the AI into getting what you want. So that's the first piece of this, is actually generating the script. Now, this is the one bonus lesson. I was playing with this thing. I actually did some AI research. I did some other research. You go here and their help support doesn't answer it, right? How do I get audio in this? And they're like, oh, try this, try that. None of this is accurate. And there's one secret switch that helps you get this, guys, which is right here in the settings. And you have to change the quality to highest quality experimental audio. This is the only one in my tests that was able to actually generate the lip synced audio that goes along with it. And all my other tests, it was not actually generating the audio. So these videos without audio, this is not much better than what was available before. But now with the lip sync audio, it is 10 times more valuable, because what it required before is, yeah, you'd get a clip like this, but then you'd have to like go generate a voiceover and then like perfectly match it to the lips here. That's not easy to do. This, though, is very easy. You click that one switch. Now you can actually generate the stuff with audio. And it doesn't have to be speech either. It can generate like ambient noise, like clicks or phones ringing or the sound of an engine. It can generate all of that stuff in your prompt. Is this thing perfect yet? Absolutely not. It's far from it, but you can see the end result here.
Thanks to Dubb, we doubled our
passable, right? In my opinion, guys, as the co-founder of this video-based product here, one of my biggest things is you don't want to put out stuff where the mouth is weird and the lips and the teeth are weird and the stuff is weird. We want to avoid that if possible, right? Especially if you're using it to sort of build trust and recognition in your brand. A year ago, 6 months ago, that was unavoidable, right? It's now kind of not. It's not as unavoidable. You can see clearly in that example, it would be hard to differentiate between whether or not this video was real. The subtitles, I guess, give it away. But if we put one layer of editing, we could even do that with Dubb, right? We could record the screen and I could put my own captions in there. Like I could put my own little, well, first of all, there's the closed captions provided by Dubb that are accurate, unlike those ones. But I could also put in my own little subtext, or I can use the annotation tool and I can come put a little headline in it. And this is, guys, this is the non-fancy version, right? If you have a video editor tool like a CapCut or iMovie or any of the, all free, right? You can you use most of some of the features at least for free. But even within Dubb, I can come in here, I can change this, and I can put John Smith, CEO of XYZ. And then I have that over here as part of his like little title, right? I can move that to where I want it, and it can be a
Our sales in less
video. So that's all possible as well, right within Dubb. So anyways, this is just the brief lesson I wanted to share with you guys on Veo 3. It is just the tip of the iceberg, right? Things are changing so rapidly. Technology's improving every day, every week, every month. We're making leaps and bounds. But I want to introduce this type of technology to you guys so that you're going to be comfortable with it. When it comes out, you're like, oh God, I have this giant learning curve to deal with now. It's like, no, I already have my feet wet. I already understand like what we can do with this. And I begin putting the creative juices together to how do you actually leverage this type of technology in your specific business. So again, countless applications, sky is the limit here. But I would like for you guys to take a piece of advice here and become familiar with these tools. Keep your ear to the ground. I'm going to do my best to provide you guys with the insights and the how-tos and the technicals of these types of technology. And if there's interest, right, submit an open mic and we can dive in deeper if you'd like to take a look at another sort of your own project. So that's all for today on the bonus lesson, guys. Thanks for watching.